Boblin the Goblin.
Yes?
What's the one thing every TTRPG player needs?
Dice! More pretty shiny clickety clackety, let's go attackity dice!
You'll be the envy of all your Dice Goblin friends with a new set from Dice Envy. They have sets in polymer,
Yes!
wood,
Yes!
and metal.
Yes!
Plus accessories,
Yes!
mystery sets,
Yes!
subscription boxes, and more.
Yes!
Whether it's your first set, a new set to match a new character, or just because you need more. Excuse me. Dice Envy has you covered. Click the Friends Who Roll Dice affiliate link when it pops up in chat to help support our channel. Why not give your friends Dice Envy?
I must have them. Clickety clackety.
Hey, we're live.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect. Good time zone, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Mind and the Martyr. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking after yourselves as always. Go and get some water. I know you haven't drunk enough. I haven't drunk enough. So that's what it's always the case, right? I am that hydrate friend. But yes, we're going to go ahead and mess around with some crystals for this episode, it would appear. But before we go ahead and jump into the episode here, there are a few folks that help keep us on the air at Friends Who Roll Dice, who I would like to mention before we jump into the shenanigans. The first folks you would have seen just there, we are affiliated with Dice Envy. Go ahead and check out the link that should be appearing in the chat in just a moment. Grab yourself some cool dice and support the channel as well while you're at it. They're blooming fantastic. They have a whole bunch of various different kinds of dice. Whether you like your metal ones, your wood ones, your plastic ones, or whether you want ones themed around certain ideas, or perhaps a couple of your favorite streamers will have their own dice sets there as well. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. We are also affiliated with Grinding Coffee Co., a Black LGBT plus owned coffee company that do fantastic work supporting a whole bunch of Vimpox streamers in the space. They're fantastic with that kind of community outreach, and they make some damn fantastic coffee as well. You can go ahead and check out at their website, Grinding Coffee Co., all of the various different blends they have, and you can also grab a sample pack if you want to try a few different blend and flavor combinations. You know, just in case you haven't made up your mind. You can go ahead and throw in FWRD for some money off your order. You'll be helping out an independent business, and you'll be helping out the channel as well. So go ahead and check them out. And of course, we are a Roll20 ambassador stream. Roll20 is an online toolset that brings pen and paper RPGs online worldwide. You can go ahead and sign up for free at roll20.net, or you can go ahead and pay for a pro package, which gets you access to a whole bunch of various different tools and toys to play with, both for players and for GMs as well. And you can go ahead and check out their marketplace where they have a bunch of pre-converted games that you can go ahead and pick up and slot straight into Roll20 ready to play, whether that be the more popular, bigger favorites, or whether that be some absolutely incredible indie games from fantastic creators in the space. Go ahead and check them out at roll20.net. This is how we roll. Wonderful. With that slightly scatterbrained intro section out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the... What's the word? The
Session?
consequences of the boss fight was what I was going for, but the actual
Aftermaths?
word... There we go.
Hey.
That'll do. The aftermath. Yes. I was like,
Fallout?
Blanking out completely. Like there's like 5 different words I could have used, and none of them came to mind. So I just
It's
went
okay.
consequences.
No, here we are.
Yeah. Did anyone want to go ahead and quickly recap what happened last time?
We super killed a person.
Yes.
They're super dead.
They're very dead. Dewan got the last hit with some radiant damage. No, not radiant, necrotic damage, the opposite of radiant, because radiant was not working well. I had that written in my
Yeah,
thing.
I took notes the very first time we fought them a month ago.
Yeah. Yep. I know I even have, so in my notes it says, I think radiant damage doesn't work very well. That's at the beginning of my fight notes. So the weapon that they had was from being disgraced in the Lunaceritas. Dewan opened a door to a terrible smell and then closed it immediately. I don't remember what happened in that room. Was that the dragon carcass room?
Yeah, it's them full of
Yeah.
there are carcasses, there's dragon skeleton.
And like potion ingredients.
Okay.
Just pickled body parts.
So the dragon carcass was picked clean. There's a desk, a notebook, humming crystals. Oh, this is the other room that I went into with, I think Lupa and I went in alone to start. And then I just pulled some crystals out of the wall. And then the magic, the non-magical field thing ended so that all of our group chat came back. And then there's a notebook written in Celestial. Hiroki realized it was a hit list going back 20 years of magical individuals. So I believe we're assuming it was from the Lunaceritas, I believe. And now we're trying to figure out the order of the stones to find a secret room. Nawi got the skull of the dragon out of the room with Misty Step, but then we don't know where to go from there because it still can't go through other doors. And currently I am in leopard form with the dragon skeleton as a part of my body. So I have dragon skeleton markings besides the skull. And that's where my notes end. So.
And is that the first time the group has seen you transform?
No.
Because you went off and transformed. Oh,
yeah. So I think just me and Hiroki, like Hiroki saw me do it once, I believe. I think we went together on your motorbike, your magic motorbike.
Yeah.
For that. But yes, everyone else, this is the first time you're seeing Jack transform.
Mara will not be freaked out. Like, the tree's a cat. Okay. The tree is now a cat.
I feel like
That
this
pretty much
point is
covers it.
just par for the course, right? That we
don't ask
do
questions,
things,
yeah.
and we're like, oh, okay.
That's a thing.
You can do that now. It's almost like you leveled up or something.
Alrighty. Yeah, that pretty much picks up where we left off. You were staring at this wall and trying to figure out exactly what was going on with it. Dewan, you have a handful of crystals.
I have a handful of crystals, and I was told which one the middle one is.
Yes, you know that the blue one is the middle one. The other two, you're not entirely sure.
Okay, what are the colors of the crystals again? Just
The other two are currently like inactive. They're like stone right now.
And they just look like quartz, like just regular old crystal, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not particularly shiny, just kind of dull. Same consistency as the one the one that you know to be the blue one. Like all 3 crystals are identical. They're all this same kind of quartzy stone opaqueness to them. But you know that one of them, when you place them in, begun to glow with a blue light.
Okay. So I'll
And
put,
the spaces that the other ones were in, they weren't glowing at all. They were just in and not.
Yeah, they were just there.
Yeah.
They were either not placed properly or not set up properly. Because the setup appears to be the same. That same kind of like crackling energy in the alcoves is in all 3 alcoves.
okay. So I'm going to put the blue crystal where the blue crystal needs to go.
Okay.
Done, right? So now I have a crystal in my left hand and a crystal in my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you put the blue crystal back in the middle?
I put the blue crystal back in the middle.
We already know what that
The
does.
magic go off.
Right?
I thought
Yeah,
this
the blue crystal alone, when you slot it in,
turns
the
magic off.
anti-enchantment field comes back
Yeah.
up.
I thought it was like we're trying to figure out this combination to open the secret door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The 3,
you are.
right?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So I have the crystal in left hand, crystal in right hand.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be really scientific about this. I'm going to cross my arms and put them in opposite ones.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
Oh. Oh God.
Oh, it's magic.
See, my
You
brain went.
know.
Oh, Riley.
Auto parts.
My dice falls on the other. Hang on.
We're having dice difficulties.
Who knows? We were gonna roll dice.
I'm clearly
Where are all
very,
my fours?
very, very prepared for this stream because my dice bowl is, in fact, right next to me. I just thought it was a cereal bowl.
The orb.
Nobody.
The orb. Ponder
Or
it.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, did you?
Yeah, I thought it was like going into another sentence. Okay, cool. Wonderful. So you slot them in, make sure that they are in properly and secured, and the other 2 crystals take a moment before they slowly begin to kind of wake up from their dormant state. One of them begins to ramp up and glow on the left-hand side, a beautiful red. The other, a bright and vibrant yellow. So, red, blue, yellow.
The primary colors.
And as the 3 crystals become active here, you feel a slightly smothering sense kind of come across you. Almost as if someone's kind of like just thrown a bucket of water over you. And everything's kind of very weirdly sluggish. There's this, not necessarily suffocating, but like someone's thrown a blanket over your head. There's just
Like
this
if
very
you're in
kind of
fog
muggy-
and everything's really muffled.
It's very muffled, very condensed, very unpleasant. As you kind of move your hand away, you feel your actual actions slower, like you're trying to swim through molasses.
All of us are feeling this, or just a one?
Everyone. It is a sudden, like, walking into a super hot room. Just that kind of, not necessarily the heat, but that kind of across you.
We're doing hot yoga.
Yeah.
Sound is muffled, movement slowed. Friends, I don't know if I did this right. I don't feel right. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure thing.
I look for a door. If we're looking for a secret door, like we don't know it'll be right here in this crystal room. I start looking around for a new door.
Why, it's right there
Slowly.
with you, because you're adorable.
Boo.
Yay. Yeah, I look for a door.
Cool. Nothing seems to have appeared in the room.
Okay. I'm going to be looking for a door while people are playing with crystals, because we don't know what'll be right there.
That's a d20. Oh god. A 9.
A 9. Okay. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is
Yeah, just what the score
15.
is.
15.
Okay. You get the feeling that with the blue crystal in the center, that seems to control the defense mechanisms that are installed in this place. What
Okay.
exactly you are affected by, you're not entirely sure. But you feel that anti-enchantment field come back up, and there is now 2 other effects that are very clearly here. Arcana-wise, like what specific magical effect, what specific spell, you're not 100% sure, but you definitely feel sluggish, and things are difficult. It's difficult to concentrate.
Okay. Then I'm going to, if I like think of the main crystal as being part of the defense mechanisms, I'm going to put these crystals in rainbow order because gay. So I want to swap the blue one for the right one, the right yellow one. So it's red, yellow, blue. And see if that does any change. If that does anything different. If the like main crystal has an effect.
Okay. You pull out the crystals and switch them to red, yellow, blue. You feel those fields immediately give out as soon as you pull those away. As you slot in these 3 and the magic pulses again, Nawi, as your head's kind of on a swivel, you're looking for some kind of opening across a plain section of the wall. There's this prismatic ripple that comes across for just a moment before almost a liquid-esque portal appears before you. Takes a moment as the colors fade away to see what's on the other side. You see what appears to be a large silver-ish themed circular hall almost. There's this large circular table in the center, which is made from what appears to be like white ash wood. You see decorations of a few languages you would recognize and quite a few that you don't, of just various different pieces of tapestry and mounted trophies of like hunts and weaponry and all sorts. And at the very, very, very back of the room, there's an array of tables and desks and storage areas and things. And there is a silhouetted figure who doesn't appear to have noticed you in the slightest. Hood up, very, very simple but elegant blue silver robe, which carries on all the way down to their feet. They don't look particularly well built, and you're pretty good at inciting individuals, just with your natural kind of hunter's senses. The way that they stand, you imagine that age has perhaps not been too kind to them. But they seem completely oblivious. The only major identifying factor is on their hip, you seem to see a small hand scythe that's like just resting there loosely.
I would like to sneak up to this person who has not recognized me.
You're going to sneak?
I would like to sneak up to this person And if I'm successful in that, then I will do something else as well.
Okay.
By the way, Mara's in the corner throwing up because the whole magic was on, magic was off, magic was on again, and she already has this migraine going on. It just
It's just
she's
not
just
good.
like
That's fair. That's fair.
This is gonna be some sort of special kind of arcane vertigo.
What's everyone else doing as you hear this kind of ripple of magic open up, subtle but obvious still, and as the image becomes clear across this wall, you just see Noe, like crouch mode, sweep on through.
In my leopard form, I'm just also like stalking behind Nawi. Like not close, but like
please tell me you stop and do the butt
cat
wiggle.
like I'm like very like on alert
God.
cat mode.
So yes, butt wiggle. I think
Okay.
Dawan heard retching and is now rubbing Mara's back. Mara's had a rough day.
She has, bless her. Hiroki.
I think Hiroki will also be with the Mara and be like, "Would you like some water?"
Please, please.
Okay. As our caregivers tend to our poor Bardlock here, Noe and Jacaranda, if you can go ahead and roll me stealth checks. Jack, as you're staying a bit kind of further back, your stealth check's going to be easier than Noe's. So worth bearing in mind.
Also, you're a cat now instead of a giant moving tree. So like,
Yes, you actually probably have a stealth stat.
21.
Wonderful stuff.
+23.
Okay.
I have +8 stealth.
Jesus.
They
form is for stealth missions.
Yeah, I'll always be a leopard.
they don't seem to react to either of your presences. They just seem to be writing, shuffling papers.
Perfect. My intention is to get up to them, take out my dagger, and have it on their throat.
Okay. Quick as a flash. Pull the dagger. You have it positioned and primed. They don't react.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and how you answer is very important.
You may ask away.
Were you here helping the big weird angel lady by choice?
By obligation, I have encountered Ralia many a time.
Obligation to what?
I'm just going to assume that you know more than enough for this information to be helpful. I assume this is also going to be a question upcoming. Yes, I am a member of the Lunas Soritas. No, I do not agree with any of the actions they have taken, and no, I am not allied with a lot of the higher up individuals.
I slowly take the dagger off, but I want to take their weapon off their hip.
She doesn't stop you. She kind of picks up as you do so and just, I was about to say, if that'll make you feel more comfortable. Oh, may I? I have another weapon.
Yes.
They very slowly kind of reach by, and from a little femme fatale, like arm pouch across here, they pull a small blade. Very, very thin, almost like a letter opener, but very, very sharp. And they just kind of hold that your way.
I take that. Now, I will be honest, I don't really know a lot of the words you just said. So I'm going to go take you to the people who are better at this part of things.
I can respect that.
And I'll send in the group chat what just transpired and that we're coming out of this portal.
I'm going to stay in here and like look
Snoop,
around,
snoop,
like
snoop.
like smell around and see if I can find things.
Imagine the leopard picking up stuff with their paws.
Uh-huh.
So I think roll me an investigation check, Jacaranda.
As a leopard.
I get I have keen smell as well, so if that helps with anything.
I thought you were gonna say the leopard has a good investigation. I was like, what are you talking about?
I thought you were gonna say like I have advantage in investigation or something. Like sure.
The leopard's
just advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell. So I guess like yeah, I don't know.
Sniff something out.
I believe
Sniff out danger.
Oh no, not perception. You said investigation. Oh, I don't see that one.
Let me just check.
Mara pulls herself together.
You keep your own intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. I'm assuming this is wild shape and not.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get to keep your alignment, your personality, your intelligence, your wisdom, charisma. You also retain your skills and your saving throw proficiencies, so you can use your investigation.
Yeah. Okay. So 13.
Okay. Immediate kind of first look around instincts seems to be not quite a pocket dimension. There's definitely you feel like you're still on the same plane of existence, but this building has been specifically designed to have no entry and no exit.
There are no windows and no
yeah, exactly.
doors.
There are no windows. There are no doors. Seems to be primarily a meeting room. Other than the kind of like the decorative pieces around, you don't see a lot of like evidence of people living here. You don't see evidence of like a training hall or anything like that. It is just kind of this big circular room. There are multiple seats in the center around this table. Some of the seats are upright and tucked in. Some of the seats have been pulled to their side. Doesn't look like they've been like thrown there. There's no evidence of like damage in the stone floor or on the tables or chairs themselves, or table, I should say. It just looks like they've been pulled directly to the side. There are, as I say, multiple kind of like random bits of paper and things like that across the room. Most of them are actually kind of boring, to be honest. Things like supply checks and letters to individuals about basic services, cleaning arrangements, clothing arrangements, a few different invoices, stuff like that. Mercantile things mostly.
Okay.
So now he comes out with this individual.
As as you're attending to Mara, and Mara kind of pulls themselves together as best they can with the help of your allies here. This individual and Nawi step out. As they do so, they lower their hood politely, very slowly, just making sure that it's a very deliberate movement. You see an older femme individual, Shifter, very kind of, it's kind of a mixture of fur and feathers the further you go back through the head. Very clearly signs of gray and silver all the way through. Whatever brown pigments were once in the fur and feathers is very much faded away. By your guesstimation, Dewan, we're talking like 80s, 90s here. She's a very old individual. Seems to be not really adorned with too much. She seems to be wearing this silver visor across her eyes. Partly perhaps looks medical, partly as a style thing, but you're not entirely sure from first look. And then just a very simple silver chain necklace with no pendant, no attachments, nothing, just very simple. She steps out and, again, very slowly, very deliberately, bows towards you. And there's a strange, for those of you with an insight around, a passive insight around 12, there's a strange and genuine, maybe not warmth, but a lack of hostility. It's very cordial, very polite, very genuine. Make of that what you will.
Mara says, I'll be right back. And she steps around the corner out of view. And she takes Ton's shield out. Because the shifter reminded her, oh crap, Ton's still on his shield. And she says, hey, Ton, you can come out now.
Mara saw feathers on face and went, oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
No.
Meanwhile,
Wait.
Hiroki's like, Nawi, did you make a new friend?
Not exactly. This person seems like they are important for us to talk to, though.
Is she
They
right? Are
said
you
they used to
important?
be part of the Lunar Suitas, or maybe they are. They said a lot of words. I'm sorry.
As this happens, Mara round the corner, the pulse of like goldish energy as Torn comes out, sword at the ready, like arm materializes through the shields, they're ready to go, and they look out into the room. And just the scars of battle, the ash that's just scattered across the ground, and the few remaining kind of like bladed feathers just across the ground, pauses. The peripheral eye turns towards you. I think you remembered about me a touch too late. But please tell me that you're not the only survivor.
No, and to be fair, magic wasn't working. So I couldn't bring you out. We just got it turned back on.
That makes sense.
But we did kill a member of the Lunar Cerritus. And there's another member we just found that we're going to question.
Reattaches the straps. Very well. Anything else that I should know about?
I mean, lots, but that's going to have to wait. And she walks around the corner.
Understandable. They step around with you, Mara, as that conversation is happening. Nawi says what she said, and the individual goes, "Yes. Hello. Good, whatever time it is, wherever we are. I'm Paula. Paula Sakul.
Hello, Paula. Nice to meet you. I'm Hiroki.
Hello, Hiroki.
Did Eridan ever mention Paula? Or was that name mentioned in the memory we saw?
Paula has not been mentioned to you directly yet. But it is fair to assume, judging by the getup and the weapon that Nawi confiscated, that they are indeed a member of the Lunosoritas.
I mean, you could try name dropping Eridan.
Mara wouldn't, but she's just trying to remember if we saw her or heard her mentioned in the memory of the fight.
Hang on. I think you are the only person who might roll me a history check.
Twelve.
Surname sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Okay. Stuff happened. A lot of stuff has happened, Kay.
Yeah, you're dealing with like the worst.
Migraines and
Yeah. What was it that Austin said? Magical vertigo? Arcane vertigo? Very much that, yes. Yes, she kind of just politely nods, keeps her hands in front where you can see them, and the sleeves are kind of rolled up enough that you can see to her forearms. She's just being very kind of obvious with her actions. I imagine you have a lot of questions and a lot of questions. And I will assist however I can.
you realize we are taking you with us. And where is the monster factory?
That is what you're after. Very slowly turns back towards the crystals. You will need to switch. It was... What was the order again? I forgot.
It's Rainbow Order, Ray.
I don't know that.
What do you mean? You don't know the Rainbow Order?
No.
You don't know.
Roy G. Biv.
Red first. I don't remember
Red,
that.
yellow, blue.
Red,
You
yellow,
don't
blue.
know
Yeah.
Rainbow Order, Ray?
No. I just draw my rainbows
However,
whatever color, yeah.
Well, no, what I really love is
I don't know.
you were like Rainbow Order, and the reason why Ray made you roll a d4 is like, I don't know what that means. Let's see if it works.
Hey,
I
Austin,
was like-
don't call me out like that.
I was like, why are we rolling a d4 if we told you the order? That's weird.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Wow.
I didn't need to be called out like this.
Rainbow is whatever you make of it.
No,
Okay.
no.
Rainbow's
she'll-
all the way down.
It's definitely not scientific at all.
She'll turn and look towards the pylons here and just... You need to switch the command crystal. So, yellow and red need to switch over. Anything with a red core, they are both of the portal. The portals that aren't directly connected to us, anyway.
And so what's the yellow core? Clearly it led us to you.
One of them is the hideout, headquarters, depending on how you look at things. The other is a line directly to Matrona Veliki's private residence.
Dawn just shoots down the group text. I'm very glad we went to the former and not the latter.
There's that 50-50, baby!
We found it!
Hoo-wee.
It's like straight to the end boss battle.
Boss fight 2, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, Mara sends down the group chat. Okay, well, we have questions, but we don't have time for questions, but we need to take her with us because the queen will probably have lots of questions. But do we tie her up and just take her on our way out? Do we send Ton out with her and they go the slow way?
Tying her up. Once you say we need to take her out.
I feel like
You see now we're walking over and excuse me, and start tying her around.
I'm assuming I can still talk in group chat in animal form because it's just thinking, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, why don't we have time?
Because
what's the time? What's making us not have time?
I mean,
well, this place is connected to obviously other places, so at any moment someone could come in.
It's not one way.
No.
It's not one way, no. Although
she interrupts our group text.
Carla, excuse me, we did not send you an invite to this Discord server.
Who let you into this server?
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
No, you're fine.
But Mara doesn't think it's one way. Mara would say, no, I don't think it's one way because she said, is their hideout headquarters is this area right there, so anyone could just walk in at any moment. So yeah, and they probably have, from what I've seen of these type of devices, they probably have like a panel on their side to see what is active or not active. There's probably a general overarching system for this.
Then yes, we should go then.
I mean,
well, we still have to go through the portal
and destroy,
take out the monster thing. So do we want to send Ton back with her?
Maybe we want to hold on to her in case, I don't know, there's a booby trap with the monster cage.
Okay.
And once we're sure of the monster's locations and the contents of the room, Ton can take her. Now, please stop tying up. She's not doing any. She's just standing there.
I'm just really good.
Oh, she needs to be tied up. Martha's all for the tying up.
Whatever would make you feel most comfortable, I'm fine with being.
But out of character, we got the feeling that this headquarters is not. It's not physically attached to this building, so it's somewhere else.
Indeed.
Okay. Satellite lab. Yeah, I'm going to, as we're talking about this, I think
take the yellow crystal out.
Yeah, it was like Dawn would have said, or would have done as she was saying, hold on to her for a bit. She would have swapped the crystals.
But you would have told Jacaranda to come out of the room, right?
Yes, I'm out of the room. I'm back in the room with all of you. I'm not stuck in there.
Yeah. I assumed Jacaranda had explored and had come back and was.
And thus ends the tale of Jacaranda.
Yeah, I'm just in a room with no windows or doors with a skeleton of a
No,
dragon.
then we just flip. Then we flip a coin and we see if we get you back or fight the end time boss. No biggie.
Okay, so swapping them, as Paula instructed, the portal blips away for a second, blips back with the same kind of prismatic shimmer. Manifesting on the other side, you see this very, very, very long corridor. There is to the left, almost right next to the portal, there is a single door that you can see, this very large very, very large iron and steel door that seems to have multiple pulleys and gears and mechanisms in the actual door itself. And then everything else before you is a corridor, and it essentially looks like an aquarium. It is just a huge row upon row upon row of these variously different sized glass containers. It seems to just continue all the way down.
Are some of them empty? Are some of them full?
Are you stepping through?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke my head in.
Stepping through, or poking your head in. The first two that you see on either side are indeed occupied. One of them seems to be just a regular kind of hawk enclosure. There's like just 3 plain old, like regular forest hawks. That seem to
Saying
be in there.
hawks or hogs?
Hawk.
Orcs. Oh, I thought you said orcs.
Hawk. No, hawk.
Hawk?
I also
Hawk?
heard
Hawk.
orc.
I thought it was 3 orcs.
I thought you
I'm
also
like,
said
orc as
orcs.
well.
experimenting with
Sorry.
orcs. Okay.
Okay.
No.
But 4 of us
Okay.
heard orc.
I heard
Hawk. Okay.
hawk like a bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought, like, with everybody saying different things, I'm like, is this like the name of 2 monsters matched together? Is that why we're confused right now? Like, what's happening?
I mean, there are chimera creatures.
There's 3 birds in the enclosure.
They're eagles. We can't go wrong with eagle. Falcon, eagle, osprey, so many other options.
Condor?
Big
Vulture.
bird of prey.
What else do we
In
see?
there. In the other one, you see a large coiled, glowing, white and gold serpentine creature. That seems to be, this enclosure is filled with water up to about halfway, and then the other half is like this very thick clouded fog that just sits on top of the water.
I need to roll dice to know what this is right now.
Do we still have the Pokeballs?
What?
Oh,
You would have a couple, yes.
Because
You
we're
didn't-
gonna need to get these animals out of here.
Well, I mean, like the normal animals we can just like literally talk to. Like we can tell the birds, like, let's go.
Right, but the thing that's in water probably has to stay in water.
Yeah. What is this
I'm
thing?
guessing.
What is this thing, Ray? What stat do you want? I need to know what this is right now.
Nature.
Perfect, incredible. That's a natural 20 for 22.
Nice. You probably don't know its planar variant, because they are quite rare, but this is a sea serpent. Specifically a Cetus variety.
Incredible, perfect. Can I make it my friend? Not now. We're doing other stuff, but this like a bookmark.
But one day.
Like just bookmark for everyone else. We have other things to do in this room right now.
this is
That's
if
a,
this
like,
is Blades in the
now
Dark.
we-
This is a long-term project.
Yeah, this is like now he looks at it longingly as we keep moving.
We are
Well,
turning
Mara
this
plans on
into
blowing
an
this
action.
place up. That's why I asked about the
Yeah, best stuff it in
carrying
a
devices.
Pokeball.
Right.
I don't know what that is. I don't have one. That was
Hey.
before my time.
No,
No,
wasn't
the
it?
cat.
It was
No?
the cat.
No.
The dude with the cats?
Oh, we took things from there? Was I there for
There's
that? Or was that when I was
Pokeball.
gone?
No, you were here.
No, you were here, but I think you were gone one of the times because you were in like a secret area. You got banished somewhere for something.
You
Because
know,
we let
as
the cat
you
out of
do.
the ball, and you led us to the place where all the stasis animals were.
Right.
Right.
I forgot we let it out of something.
We let it out of the ball.
I forgot we let it out of something. Yeah, yeah.
Bare
yeah,
minimum,
yeah,
we should
yeah.
have at least one.
Yeah, we have
That
at
is
least one.
empty.
We have one master ball. We keep walking.
Okay. Is
Oh,
everyone stepping through?
I will.
Tond, stay here with Parla. And I'll message you if we need anything.
They look towards her, nod once. A reminder that if you encounter anything too extraplanar to deal with, that is kind of my specialty. Just
Lupa, stay here with Parla. We'll call you if we need
Is there a
you.
reason we don't? Is there a reason we don't want to bring her?
I thought we wanted to bring her. Wait. I thought we wanted to bring her so that she
could give us information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she can
I don't trust her.
Oh, okay.
Mara doesn't trust her.
What?
Like she could walk in there and say a word and it like triggers a bunch of traps or something.
Oh no, we're gonna be in the fucking underground dungeon with traps, something that we hadn't been experienced before.
I can gag her.
Fine.
But then she can't tell us if there's anything.
I can talk her in her head.
Oh, right. There you go.
Yeah.
If it makes Mara feel better.
Mara will go with whatever the group wants to do.
I say we bring her. And make her lead in front of us on a rope, muffled if we need to.
I would stay behind so that I could like fix the thing if something goes wrong, but I also have that like quick like go home fast spell if things go really bad, so I don't necessarily want to split off from everyone.
Well, leave Lupa. She can fix it.
Okay.
She's smart. She can maneuver things.
True. As long as it doesn't need opposable thumbs, Lupa's good. Like,
Lupa can jump planes. Can she fucking carry your dragon skull? I'm just spitballing. She has saddlebags, so like, what?
I'm letting you know that now I would never think of that, but I enjoy that Dewan can like in the back of her head be like, she can just call Lupa. She can have like Dewan's like she doesn't realize that she solves her own problem.
But isn't the dragon skull bigger than like 10 Lupas? I mean, it's pretty big.
I thought it was big enough for Naui to hold over her head, like, and then like put on her head, and.
But that's because Naui is strong as fuck. That's not because the skull's
Right.
small.
The skull is huge.
Understand? I'm just saying, Lupa's a big ass wolf that carries two full-grown, not small, like humanoids on her back. And saddlebags.
I believe
But
you.
it's like when you carry a light box, but the box is still huge. It's still ungainly. It doesn't matter how strong you are. The box is still.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not
I get.
suggesting Lupa for
I get where you're coming
stability.
from. I get where you're coming from. Yeah, theoretically, like Lupa could jump in the skull and just be like,
Yeah.
What's up, Akemi?
Does the skull make it hard to get through the portals?
No, because it's currently like attached to Jacaranda.
Oh, like the whole like skull, like not the skull, the skeleton. It's like I have transformed with it because it was in my possession when I transformed.
Which is why
I just didn't have the
Jacaranda's
skull.
feline form
Yes.
has the the skull is separate. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
The skull is separate.
The skull is outside of this room.
Yeah.
Because Naui had the skull, and I
skull's-
transformed with the
I'm now keeping track.
body.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
skull is
theoretically,
currently in the boss
Naui and
fighting
Lupa
room.
could. Yeah. Theoretically, Naui and Lupa could just like ping pong that around if they wanted to.
I had already tied up Parla, like her hands, and I just take out like a new piece of rope and like tie it in her mouth and tie it behind her head, and I say sorry to Jawan, hang up the call, and then mind link with Parla. You may talk with me. The others I will relay if you have something important to say. And I mean, you can tell me if they ask you a question, and I will answer it.
All right, wonderful. You will be our intermediary then. Very well.
Yes, I feel like I do this a lot, and I'm not really the best one for it, but I am the one who can do this. So here we are. How do we stop this place?
As all of you step through, they take a quick look up and around, the visor still in place. This is mostly a research area, finding out how creatures survive best, what climates, and making sure that we are taking care of them as best we can. It's been a while since I've been here. Towards the other end of the corridor, there is a nexus. The anchor that means that we can actually teleport to this location, that we can open up a portal here. Head there, overload the crystal, and run. Or teleport. The entire place would detonate. There will be some kind of core recall switch at the very end to send all of the creatures back to their home planes.
Okay, so, well, that's very. You all built a way to blow up your place. That's weird. Why did you build a way to blow up the place?
Ironically, in case one of the Lunasoritas went rogue and decided to weaponize the creatures in here.
Oh, it seems like no one got the memo that someone did that, huh?
It's ironic, I know. But the internal situation is strange at best, complicated at worst.
Strange is a weird way to put you. What? I will be right back with you. I turned to everyone else. So there is a way to blow this place up here, and there's a way to send all the creatures home before you do it. So we just go to the end of the hallway, and there is a thing. We have to overload a crystal, and we have to hit a core recall switch. And they go home, and then you can blow it up.
I message Parla and say,
sounds
"What
good.
the hell, Nawi?"
She is trying her best.
At the end of the corridor, there is a switch to send them all home, plus crystal for big explosion.
That
Anything
sounds
else?
Did you ask now anything else, or
No, Parla.
okay?
They just kind of, it's a bit of a no and a shrug, as they just, this wasn't my area of expertise.
So there's just a long hallway that leads to nowhere?
A small room.
And what's in the room? Is it like a control center?
There is a orb for the Nexus, and there is a scroll on the wall that will need to be ripped and torn completely in two. That is what is currently holding the creatures here.
So this orb for the Nexus, could it take us anywhere else?
Perhaps with some work.
Okay, so it's a nexus just for this place. So others from other places can come to this place.
Anyone with the crystal mechanism could choose this as a destination as long as it had an anchor in place.
So why didn't our side where we just open into the nexus room? Why did it open on this side of the hallway?
Not entirely sure, honestly.
Have you been here before?
A few times, briefly. This was not my... I lose the word. My station, my charge, my mission. So I've been here briefly.
Did you travel here from the headquarters, or have you ever traveled here from... Where were we? Underneath the dead place?
The lab in the Deadlands. That explains
Yes.
a lot. No. Again, that wasn't really my charge. I'm knowledgeable in a lot of the inner workings and history here, but I'm a little too old and too fragile to be doing missions out and about the way that a lot of the younger generation are.
Are there any gas upon you that prevents you from speaking about the Lunas Cerritos or telling the truth about the Lunas Cerritos?
There are a few things that I cannot go into detail about, but that is more to do with the tradition of the Lunas Cerritos to begin with. Information
Not magical
regarding...
gas.
No. A more... There is a process where we make a promise to both the weapon and to the power that we believe in, Nyceria. And there's only so much we can talk about that process. That's the closest thing to a Gaius that we have.
And these followers of Aravathun are not breaking the gas that you have with Lyceria? Did she say Lyceria?
Nyceria, goddess of the moon. So you know of Aravathun?
Oh, yes.
Interesting. Perhaps it is fortunate that you stumbled into me then. No, to put it simply. The situation regarding Aravathun is part of the reason why the situation with my sisters is complicated.
Mara says, I'll be right with you guys. We're having a conversation. Besides Valerki and Rail, was that the person we just killed? Ralia. Do you know who else are followers of Aravathun in the Lunas Cerritos?
Most of
them.
them. More than likely. Not by choice, but by deception. It's... There's further context that I can give, but I would rather give it to everyone and not just one individual, but
Okay.
there are at least 3 of us that have stepped away.
Okay, you're useful for now. And that's all Mara says and cuts off the conversation. So yeah. So we're gonna go blow this place up. The animals should be safe and return to whence they came. So we can do that. I'm gonna guess that this side of the door opens here so they can let animals. I don't know. I don't know why we came in this side instead of at the Nexus, but
I feel like I have an important question. How immediate is the destruction?
She said to run fast.
Is it how long is the corridor?
The corridor seems to continue for a good few hundred foot. Like it just seems to carry on and on and on and on. Trying to think of like a.
So we would have to run like hundreds of feet.
no,
Yes.
we're just gonna teleport back to home. Is my theory? Is what Mara's saying.
How
But
wide is the corridor?
How wide?
Yes.
Probably about 30, 40 foot ish. 30, 40 foot wide.
I mean, actually, Mara would say, "Oh no, Mara would need to rest. Never mind. Dimension door. She doesn't have a spell slot for that. We can. Couple ways we can do this. We could send Ton back to the wall. He could tell our mounts to go home. And we could take the teleport.
He could ride one
Big enough
home.
to ride in here.
Verdi could just do the things. I mean, I can ask.
But won't
It-
Birdie be destroyed as well?
I can bring Verdi back whenever I want
I know, it's just gonna be like the third
for
time.
8 hours.
Listen, when you're an extra-dimensional creature that exists not here or there, death is just another
Death is
way of
just
sleeping.
Yeah.
Death is just a long
What
nap.
dreams may come? Like it's fine.
I did not hear what dreams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the reasons for us staying in the Deadlands, going back to the Deadlands and going home that way was we wanted to take stuff with us, but didn't we take all that stuff and already put it in the bag of holding?
First of all, the mount thing, you didn't want to leave our
We didn't
mounts.
want to leave our mounts.
Well, we could send a bird to the mount.
Also,
Tell
I
Shikari, hey,
I
take
am
the
in
mounts home.
leopard form with a dragon skeleton, so I would have to unleopard
dragony, right?
and leave dragon skeleton in order to do the other. There's like a emergency, like we're all going to die. I will get rid of the dragon skeleton so we can.
I think
not
that's
die.
worth it. I think it's worth it. Worst case, one of us holds on and see if Ray loves us enough for it to count as in our possession. But if it gets left, it's really okay. I'm sure Ray will let us fight other dragons for me to harvest things from.
Okay, because I mean, if the big thing is literally we just need someone to pull the things when we're not in there, I can bring Birdie back in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And we won't have to be in there, and we can go home the way we had planned. We have options.
I'm fine with either plan.
I can also. I'm a what is it? Long strider shifter. Like I could just run.
I was like, I could also do it
how
just fast.
fast?
I have a flying motorbike.
In
You
here,
do have a flying motorbike.
I asked how wide the hallway is. It's not like it's only 6 feet wide. It's like 40 feet wide. So bike will fit.
I just didn't realize. Is it?
Did you bring your bike in?
Yeah.
This whole time though?
It
It gets
in
smaller.
the
It's in
locket.
It's
her
in the locket.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot about that thing. I was like, wait, what?
I know. Same. I was like, excuse me.
We're still walking.
Yeah, we're still walking.
Oh yeah, I
but
assumed as much. Yeah.
I don't have the slots to cast Dimension Door, or I would just do it. But
I
we
can
like
just,
got in a
within
fight
30
with
feet.
a big thing.
I can like run a Misty Step. Like we got options if we only want one person here to do it.
I am going back in the other room, and you guys can let me know because
What?
I don't want to be in the explodey place longer than I need to be.
Dashing is like double your walking speed, right?
Yep.
So I would run 80 feet in however time limit that is. I don't know. My
6
It's
seconds.
80 feet per 6 seconds.
there you go. I would run 80 feet per 6
Holy.
seconds.
Holy. I'm just trying to imagine that.
Someone can haste you. It could be double.
Close to monk speeds with that. Like, it's
Yeah.
wild.
My only concern is we don't know what happens on the Badlands side. Or Deadlands, sorry, not Badlands.
You mean in
We
the
know-
facility?
Right.
They're not connected, is what's been made clear to us. These places are separate
Yeah.
places. So I don't think anything happens.
Okay.
We'll just disconnect it.
Right. So the person's running. We're standing in the Deadlands getting ready to take the crystal out for when they get through the portal, because they have to get through the portal before we can close that side.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't get it closed in time, I'm worried the explosion will come through that portal that's open.
I mean, if you don't get the crystal in time, then I'm also.
Wait, I can make someone fly.
Does that
It's
increase?
faster movement.
My bike
Faster
has
than
a 60-foot
40?
movement,
I was gonna say
Oh,
faster.
bike 60 feet.
and I can dash it.
So is fly. So is fly
50.
60 feet.
Oh, okay.
So either one, either the bike or someone can fly is 60 feet.
I feel like bike because then we don't have to use another spell.
Plus, then you get a motorcycle
Then we get to
chase
yeah, I
out
was
of
gonna
an
say.
exploding building.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Then Hiroki gets to show off his magical girl skills and fucking pull a bike out of his locket. Like, come on.
It feels like Grease 2 or something.
I'm so worried about this explosion.
Dude.
Sorry.
Isn't there like a flying motorcycle in Grease 2?
Well,
never
because I
seen-
assume we'll have at least one round, because I assume the animals, their teleportation out would take at least one round. Hopefully.
I think it's
Don't want them
two
exploding.
things. Like we
Also-
have to do the teleport animals out and then the other
If
thing.
we're like thinking
Oh,
of this
it is
as,
two things?
if we're
Yeah.
thinking of this as rounds and like our action is to dash, I technically would move in 1 6-second turn with my bonus action 160 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Rogue!
You can run depending on the situation as fast or faster than Hiroki's bike.
Yeah, that's literally faster than the bike.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
But
in 1 6-second
magical girl bike.
instance. I know, yeah. I'm just saying. just let the party knows. If worse comes to worse, down sprint speed in 6 seconds is 160 feet.
Does Hiroki have Misty Step?
Does Hiroki have Misty Step?
Yes.
Actually, yes, I do.
Okay, great. Hiroki's going, because Hiroki and the bike can Misty Step and ride. So do the little blink thing. Hopefully we get this crystal out in time.
Okay.
But how long does it take to take the bike out?
That doesn't.
Oh, the bike is like a free action. It's instantaneous.
Okay.
Right. So you're just going to ride the bike down there. You're going to send the animals home.
Everyone waits at the portal. Hiroki goes all the way down the corridor, tears the thing, hits the thing, comes all
Right.
the way back.
The bike can fit 2 people, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but then I
it's
can't do the super
speedless.
fast.
Right. So yeah, Hiroki goes down there, tears the thing, and it'll send the animals home. Animals go home, and then Hiroki does the crystal thing,
Do you
blows up
want
the
to
orb,
ask?
whatever.
Do you want to ask the sea serpent its name so you can find it later in its homeworld?
No, it's okay. It's gonna go home where it belongs.
You
So
should
you
still
could
ask.
visit. We could visit later.
No, I'm good.
You could tell all the animals they're going home if you'd like.
I wanna do this explosion scene. I'm good.
But maybe Hiroki should. Okay, maybe we all should go down there.
No,
First,
I'm not
just
going
to
back in
make-
there.
Well, we don't know if someone's sitting in the freaking orb room. I don't want Hiroki
Yeah.
going down there
Orb
by
room?
themselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
So
Aoi
we
was
all go
gonna
down there.
to the door at least. Yeah.
And we'll make sure the coast is clear.
Well, then let
Then
the
we leave
person that can
Hiroki there.
sprint 160 meters in 6 seconds.
We don't
go.
have to sprint. We walk down there slowly. We make sure the room is clear. We leave Hiroki there. We get down to the end of the hallway. We say, okay, Hiroki, now you can go ahead and do the thing. Hiroki sends the animals back. And then Hiroki blows up the place.
And
And
yet
then-
again, a corridor
Careful,
and a
careful.
door have defeated our intrepid
Yeah.
heroes.
Yeah.
Let's do that then. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So we're all going down the hallway.
Yes.
Well, we've been walking this
Jack,
whole time.
Jack is
but-
not going back
Yes.
down the hallway. Jack's staying with Ton. Oh no, Ton's going with you guys. I'm
Right.
not going back down the hallway. I'm a leopard in the main room.
So, Jack, you stay behind. Everyone else is making their way down this long, long corridor until eventually, right at the end, you see just a simple metal, like double push door. No locks or anything on it. Stepping forwards and taking a look, there's no kind of like runic inscriptions or anything on the door itself, and pushing it open, looking through, you see one single table, one single open book on it. You see at the very back of the room this glowing rainbow orb. It's flicking between multiple colors and shimmering and rippling across the orb itself. And then next to the orb, against the wall, is this very large, intricate paper scroll that has been attached to the wall. And that's it. That's all that's in this room. The rest of the area is plain and empty.
Is the book in Celestial?
The book is indeed in Celestial.
Okay. We'll need you to translate this later. If you
Okay.
want to take it with the other book.
I'm going to put it in my bag of holding.
Is
No.
the scroll just in magical runic language?
Yeah, it's just a regular arcane scroll. Definitely intricate, but nothing like tremendously special about it.
Now we ask Parla, that is the thing we have to rip to send the animals home?
Yes, indeed.
And that thing, and I point to it, is the thing you have to break to blow up the building.
Not break, overload.
Overload. Okay.
Pump whatever magical energies you are able to muster into the orb, and that will start a chain reaction.
Yes. Okay. This thing, and I go to the skull, is the thing to rip to send the animals home, and I just start ripping it. There's no reason to wait. And that thing over there is the thing you have to feel with a lot of magic, so the place blows up. So, good luck, I guess.
Hiroki, have fun Eldritch blasting the hell out of it.
It's like as you're discussing here, as you've started tearing, that you can just hear behind you little unceremonious as all of these animals are slowly gonna like just bamfed back to their homes. All right, Hiroki,
Yes.
as you are the one who is going to start this little procession of events as everyone pulls back and gets to their planned locations. How do you attempt to overload this crystal?
He opens up his shirt and the Care Bear stairs comes out. He's got this heart tattoo and rainbows just shoot out.
Or is
No,
that-
I think the Eldritch Blast thing, but we're gonna start with a guiding bolt, just so it's more easier to hit, and directing that much more energy into it.
You're doing the spell equivalent of just going. I like
Yeah.
it. Cool. What level?
How many slots do I have available right now?
Well, Warlock always does max no matter what, right?
No, I've used a couple in the fight earlier.
Have had a short rest since then, so you should have got a reset.
Oh, okay.
Because Warlocks get
You're right.
theirs
We
back
did short
on a
rest.
Yes.
We did the hang out in the rope.
Yeah, you vibed. You vibed in the rope treehouse.
Let's go 5th level then.
Excellent. Alrighty. Cool. Warlock's at 5th level. Nice. A 5th level guiding bolt. How does that look?
Kind of similar to the let's sight this way, but like Hiroki's also doing this from like 3 feet away from it. So like it's a big target right there. It's like, okay, if I put all this energy into the bolt, that'll make it easier to hit with the rest of with the Eldritch Blasts of and that should put more of the focus into the energy into this orb, and that I should overload it. I don't know if that's exactly how this works, but it's the best idea I've got.
Okay. It is a stationary embedded target, so there's no need to even roll the hit on this one.
Roll with
You
advantage.
you are more than competent to be able to strike this thing. As this guiding bolt crashes and careens into the orb, it is immediately absorbed. You see the rainbow colors spin up. They get faster, the switches begin to change more, and the light across the walls begins to create this projection of colors across. 5th level is pretty considerable. It is already unstable.
And then pew pew pew, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blasts?
Yes.
Alrighty. Just remind me how many rays you have there.
Uh,
I think it's 3.
3.
Just
It is 3.
cool. As the classic Hiroki Eldritch Blasts fly out and crash into the orb, you see these colors spin up more and more and more as there's this high-pitched, shrill shrieking that slowly begins to creep as you hear the magical energies beginning to collide and grind against each other. You see it begin to shake in its emplacement. And you know it's time to go.
Some
It's
the
time to
bike.
fucking leave.
Do the stand up, hold a hand up, lock it, summon the bike, hop on, and kind of as hop on the bike, and just as you're going, three more shots at the orb. Kind of shooting
Just to make
backwards.
sure.
Yeah, just to make sure, and full throttle forwards.
Amazing. As everyone sees this procession from the very, 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 very distance, just this small, teeny, tiny speck in the distance of this mixed, rainbow-colored procession, followed by the glorious, sparkling majesty of Hiroki bursting forwards. Hiroki, make me a dexterity check. I will say with advantage.
Let's see.
This is essentially how well you and the bike stick the landing.
14.
14. That's enough. Zooming forwards, those of you who are at the portal can see it begin to not exactly flicker, but also become quite unstable. The colors shift again, and there's a bit of worry as you can see the edges slowly kind of begin to recede a little bit. Making sure that you are safe, secure, watching out for Hiroki. Hiroki, you haven't had this bike for long, and you're definitely not a master with it yet, but you're definitely feeling more and more comfortable under its controls. And you boost your way through this strange menagerie, and just as the portal begins to kind of close and close and close, you hit the brakes as soon as you can, and as the momentum kind of carries you, you almost kind of like drift to the side as you just dink into the wall. And there's a moment of pause before you see through the portal this huge ripple of magical energy suddenly, as the portal safely and securely closes, with everyone perfectly fine. Safe on the other side, back in the laboratory in the Deadlands.
Wait.
I checked my bike to make sure I didn't scratch the paint.
Definitely didn't scratch it. The wall's a little worse for wear, though.
The wall's fine.
Well, that was pretty cool.
We solved the mystery of the aggressive animals, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we just have to leave.
What? Wait. Where did Parla say the 2 portals go to?
The 2 they mentioned for the Luna Soritas portals were for the HQ and Valirki's personal home. You found out this area. You didn't ask about the other one.
Where's the last place this goes to? Should ask Parla.
The last combination will take you to I suppose the Void Realm is probably the easiest explanation there. A minor breach to the realm that this Aravathun resides to a degree.
Give me those crystals! Mara's taking the crystals. Okay.
Run over and just...
Yep.
Wonderful.
Now we go home?
Seems wise. I think we have a lot to
Yes.
report to the Queen.
Okay.
And I need to empty out my bag of holding. Speaking of which, is Lupa's in the boss room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try something. Go ahead and leave the lab. Lupa and I will catch up.
Okay.
Full trust. We love that in a partner.
Whatever. Now we will lead whoever's ready to leave, like, back out. And she'll pull Parla. Not
Okay.
pull. Parla's been very
Agreeable.
but I will continue to hold on to her until we can determine that she is on our side and also not somehow being mind control without her knowing.
All right.
And Mara would say down the group chat, so we're going to go back to the wall and go home from there, or are we going home from here?
We will go to the wall and get our mounts.
Our mounts.
Well,
Yeah.
And then we will go home. Dawn has something to do, but I will lead everyone else back out. She will be with Lupa. She'll be okay.
And as far as we understand it, the animals that are in the Deadlands will just fall apart sooner rather than later.
They're unstable, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like,
these chimeric creatures are, as far as you are aware, just completely unstable.
Right. So as soon as everyone leaves, I'm gonna go up to Lupa and go like, okay, girl. I have an idea that might really please Nawi, and I'm going to need your help because I am not strong enough to lift this thing at all. And I'm going to try and wrestle the dragon skull onto her back. And tie it there.
It's kind of like a snail with a big shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just like Lupa's carrying it in theory, but it is more like just a giant satchel on the back that they're carrying.
You
around.
said satchel on the back that they're carrying around. Those are the magic words I need. I'm going to send down the link. Okay, I know that you're going to need spell slots, but do you mind calling Lupa for me?
Yeah, sure.
And I say that like can I ride Lupa? If I ride Lupa, do I go with Lupa? I'm scared. I don't want to know. I don't want to find out.
you like say all of that. If we were outside, I'm calling Lupa because you told me to. I burn a first level spell slot and call Lupa. You're fully muted.
Damn it. Had to happen once. God damn it. So let's just say this is as you go outside of the facility here. Just before we pick up, is there anything else that people wanted to grab or anything like that out of here before we kind of leave this area behind?
I think I grabbed everything that needed to be grabbed in my bag of holding.
You mentioned that there were a few more of like the metal like feathers on
Yes.
the ground, so I'll just like kind of like pick a few of those up on my way out too.
Okay. They're a little lower quality than the ones
yeah.
Nawi would have picked up, but
Mhm.
they're still good. They're still useful. You definitely do something with them. Brill. Okay. So it's as you step up and actually real quick, everyone apart from Dewan, because you're not there, what's your passive insight?
12.
A lot.
19.
A normal number, 12.
20.
Jesus. Hiroki,
12.
your passive insight?
It's because Mara's
Thank you.
paranoid, okay?
Thank you, Hiroki. Normal numbers, thank you.
Okay, so Mara and Jacaranda. As you're kind of continuing on, there's this air of unusually stony vigilance coming from Torn regarding this area and this individual. Little less of the usual, Torn, the magical paladin who helps you out sometimes, and more of the Oath of the Watchers veteran combat experience focus on this whole thing right now. That's just a vibe, a detail you pick up. As you step out of the facility, the area around you is still just as barren and plain as ever, until a bit of dust is raised suddenly as Lupa... There's this very sizable thud as Lupa appears, essentially looking like the Hermitar from Monster Hunter Rise, with just this big dragon skeleton head on its back. On her back, sorry.
Mara has a heart attack and dies.
Now he doesn't
because no one told her Lupa and this big, and she just saw, Ton being all serious and stuff, and she's like, okay, Lupa, next time I'm gonna need you to bark a warning or something when you're gonna pop in like that. Ton,
that is on me. Now,
well, you're gonna need to bark a warning or something, so I know Lupa's coming. But Mara would message to Ton. She would knock. What is it?
The anticipation.
I know enough about the Lunasoritas to be dubiously concerned about the motives of a lot of their group, and I simply want to be ready in case of any trickery.
Okay, she sends down the group chat. I think we should take her from here. I don't think we should head to the wall. We can send Ton to the wall and he can send our mounts home or bring them home.
Could he not bring her to the queen and we get our mounts?
I think he may be jumped by other members of the Lunasoritas before then, because we know that they can be tracked by other Lunasoritas. I think we just need to take her now.
Okay. I didn't realize it could be tracked. That's weird. They have a tattoo or something?
I don't know. I don't know how their magic works. Could be their swords that are tracked. Something. We know that they can be tracked.
Should we just... I could just ask her.
And it's been a while since we let her out of the HQ, so I think we should just leave.
But if we take them to our house, then...
Hey, Paula?
We have protections there.
How do they track you? Is it your sword? Should we leave your sword here?
I am loath to part with my promise, but if that will make you feel safer about the situation, then I'm not exactly in a position to say no.
Is that how they track you?
There is a way to track members using the books, not using the blades.
The books? Like you have a book?
May I? Actually,
Sure.
you can.
No, never mind. No, dude.
She just goes.
Oh. Well,
Never
she
mind.
has her hands tied. Did you untie her? You didn't untie her, did you?
No,
Oh,
so
but
she's-
she's like,
she's
but
tied.
she's like that. She's
No.
Left
that won't be necessary. Mara would say to Ton in message, we're just going to leave from here and take her to the queen. I don't know if you wanted to come with us, but if you don't, can you go to the wall and release our mounts and they'll make their way home?
Couldn't we just stick her book in the bag of holding? Like, isn't that a void space?
That's what Naoi was fully gonna do if it's the book.
Yeah, but we don't know what touching the book will do to one of us. It could be booby trapped.
So
I'm letting you know, Naoi is touching the book.
Also,
as
like,
soon as she says, "Go ahead," Naoi is already grabbing this book while you are talking.
Naoi's gonna get us killed. She's gonna get us killed.
So on her left hip, indeed, sits a book, and taking it, Naoi, and the recognition is immediate. You've already seen pretty much an exact copy of this book that has been taken and translated by Hiroki already.
It's the Mean Girls book.
Burn book.
The burn book.
The burn book.
Yes.
Is Dewan with us?
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have
Walked
Dawn
out
would have
or-
caught up. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dawn would
at
have,
this
with
point-
160 foot of movement, you can just sprint out of there.
Dewan just moves like one of those videos when someone doesn't move their legs and they just like appear at the screen.
Saitama One Punch Man style, like
I'm
just.
just a fucking Flash where I'm like, hey, I'll catch up with Lupa, and then I get there before Lupa phases in.
I grab it. I have that thought, and I look at Dewan, and I just hold it, like put it in your bag.
I would open my bag of holding. I'd put the other book in the bag of holding too. Then
Yeah, you have both books.
collect
Which
the
is-
books.
You
I don't
can-
think, but no, I don't think I put the first book in my bag of holding because the bag of
it
holding
wasn't working. It
wasn't
was just,
working.
well, no, you put it in your normal bag. So
I
is
put
it
it in
now?
my normal bag.
Is it now the bag? Is the bag of holding now? Wait, because you put it in your bag when it
The
wasn't
bag
the bag
of
of holding.
even more holding.
So that you're
I'm
gonna have like
just try-
you're gonna
I'm
have
just trying to fill out the
duplicate-
magical math there of
Yeah,
like you
you
put
have
it in when it
duplicate,
wasn't magic.
duplicate inventory now.
Oh, that's right.
Like it's a
oh,
glitch.
wait.
It's a glitch, and it's like duplicate inventory.
I forgot.
You put it in when it wasn't magic, and I'm like, is the only way to get it now to turn off the bag?
It's
I
really
am
lost
not that
into the
cruel.
void.
I am not that cruel. so
Corrupted
I
save
will-
file.
Dewan's just like
The infinite duplicate glitch.
like we're not able to
You have to make
access
a-
your character save file.
Anyway,
You have to make a anti-magic field every time you want to get something out of the regular
does
bag.
anything spooky happen?
No,
when you
not
touch
at all.
it.
Okay.
Not in the
Nothing's-
slightest.
Nothing spooky happened to the other book.
Nope.
Granted, the owner was dead, but still.
We can still leave now, but at least there's one more thing they shouldn't be able to find.
Us.
Okay. And what is the opposition to leaving now?
I
I don't
think it's
understand
only
which way do you mean leaving now? Do you mean like teleporting back to our home, like the
Correct.
word of recall? Okay.
The whole point of is we just spent a lot of time getting a fucking dragon, skeleton, and skull out of this place. So like and now that we have the items that they're using to track in a void space bag, I don't see the issue of us going as a group, picking up our mounts and going back to the queen.
Because it is a couple hours between us and the wall, and they know her last known position because we just put the book in the freaking bag. It was on her hip the whole time.
We don't know how the book works, is what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying.
No,
we
I
need to
know.
leave.
So let's leave. Let's leave. Because they
But-
could think that we teleported, but they might not expect us to travel. You know?
And just because she's she's told us the truth up to this point doesn't mean that she is telling the truth about the tracking. And I don't have any way to
I'm going
make sure she's
to
telling the truth.
trust our DM to let us travel the few hours in the remaining time that we have left in this session to the wall to safely pick up our mounts where there are guards and we can long rest. And then beat the shit out of anyone else who can come by.
And then we're just going to travel normal all the way back to the kingdom?
We can rush back if we want. If we want to go traditional and like fucking limit our rations and not get good night's sleep, like that's fine. I'm just saying that rather than us argue, we could just get our mounts so we have our mounts for the next freaking journey.
My logistics question would be, given the current situation, Nawe,
Yeah.
how many more times can you call Looper to you?
Today?
Yes.
4 if I burn all spell slots.
You are good. Okay.
If we...
Is there a max range on that? Just to clarify. I don't think so.
Nope.
But...
It doesn't even matter from the same plane of existence. As long as I can do it, I can do it.
Cool. Yeah. So you can... Sorry, go on.
I also have another wild shape, so if we do get to the wall, I can like go back to my normal self and then re-wild shape with the skull.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I can only stay in my wild shape for a certain amount of time. So
yeah,
that is also an option. Yes. Yeah. So just wanted to check that for the case of like.
Now we figured out.
My thought is Parla has information the queen needs. We get her to the queen as soon as possible. Us taking 2-3 days to get back to the kingdom makes no sense when we can recall.
You also need
and our mounts can make their way home by themselves. Shikari can get them.
How many people can Word of Recall take?
I think it's 6.
Including you or plus you?
Word of Recall. Where is it? It is up to 5 willing creatures. It doesn't say.
Does it say you and 5 or just say 5 willing?
It just says up to 5. So yeah, that means we wouldn't have.
So you count. So that's us and Parla?
No, that'd be us. 5 willing
Only
creatures
us.
is us.
Right.
And not including Ton, but if Ton was in the shield, wouldn't consider it.
And not our mounts.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all could go because now we can get back on our own.
Well, I mean, couldn't you Word of Recall? It's up to 5 willing creatures. Couldn't you recall, like, Ton and Parla?
Do you have to go with them?
If it just says 5, that's
why.
Oh no,
it says you and up to 5.
Okay.
So it would be all. If Ton goes in the shield, it would be all of us.
Yes. And then you could just send an animal messenger or something like that to retrieve your mounts later.
Correct.
I forgot to count me. I was like, what do you mean? I only see 1, 2, 3.
So that's us and Parla. And I was like, what math are you doing?
Yeah.
I see 4 people here.
This is why clarifying spells and stuff is always. It's always worth taking it.
So I guess she has to stay awake because she has to give consent.
To be willing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has to be willing. So if she's not willing, then we're screwed anyway.
I mean, she's being agreeable so far. I think that's if we cross the bridge and come to it. I fully think if the urgency is like we want to get her back, then I would suggest everyone else take Word of Recall. I am a survivalist. I can get the mounts back on my own, and I can just lead the mounts back. And then we know they're with someone safe. We don't have to worry about an animal messenger. We don't have to worry about them getting picked up by someone, blah, 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 blah. I can just like take everyone home because that's what I did before. And then y'all can take Parla back, and Ray will time skip us to me being back while you interrogate Parla.
There's also an option.
Yeah, I'm fine with however.
That would be, in my head, the best outcome. You put Todd on the shield. Y'all take Parla, get going, and I'm like, I will be home.
Well, if you're not
roughly
coming
2
with us, we
days.
don't have to put Ton in the shield. He can,
Yeah.
if he
He can
wants to
just-
come, he can just come.
Oh, I would be like, I'll be with you in roughly 2 days.
Good stuff.
But isn't Ton stationed out here anyway?
Yeah, he doesn't tell you.
I know. I thought
He
Ton was. I
is.
thought Ton was
He's-
investigating the animals as well.
Yeah, that's why you're stationed
That's
out
why
here
we
was-
came to meet him.
Right.
Hey, Ton, you want to quit your job?
Y'all have a
Well,
wonderful habit of like being like, oh,
he's
the NPC
from-
will do this, and then like not talking with them at
No,
all.
no,
They
no,
are not
no.
a
I
part of their
said
negotiation.
we were gonna ask, but we're having this conversation. If he wanted to come with us to the Queen,
Yeah.
or we're returning Parla to the Queen, we're just gonna leave from here, or if he wanted to, because I was just gonna have Ton bring the mounts back.
Hey, Ton, what do you want to do?
Just all of you staring between each other, having a conversation. Dawn just like, I'm here too, I guess. I would prefer to be on hand in case of any incursions or further issues.
You want to keep an eye on this place, see if people pop in.
Not particularly.
Since I assume they are going to know it's gone offline.
If they find out, they find out, I suppose. I don't exactly want to be caught having to duel with any of their ilk, frankly.
So Ton's going to stay in this area. We'll leave from here. Now he's going to take the mounts home.
Wait, I thought
Ton
Ton
wants
was
to come with.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Ton
Ton
wants to come
Oh, he
with.
wants to-
Yeah.
Oh, he
Be
was.
on hand like with us. Right?
I'll admit, I was also confused by that. It took me. a
Oh,
while.
I thought he meant that he wanted
No,
to
yeah.
like stay at the wall and
Yeah,
stay
me
in
too.
this.
I
He-
also thought that.
He
It took
does
me a
not
bit.
want to fight.
Okay.
My bad.
Wait. Didn't we also
Okay,
have to
on
return
hand
something
with
to
us.
the guards at the wall?
Oh,
The,
Yeah.
s-
the
the,
stone.
Yeah.
the stone
but
thing
if
to
we-
get
I
can
back
do that too.
across.
I have to say, now we can do that.
They said it's ours now, though. They said as soon as they gave it to us, it was ours. So
True,
that's all.
Yeah.
them.
true.
Y'all
I
were to
actually-
recall. I will bring back the mounts. I will lead a pilgrimage.
So that will be the chain of events then.
Wait, and Lupa is going where? How? Is Lupa word of recalling with us? So
Lupa,
that this
come
all
home.
goes
Lupa
home?
doesn't matter. Lupa
Lupa
can
can
traverse
just, like,
planes.
Yeah.
Lupa
Okay.
Lupa's just
is gonna
walking.
sit still until wherever Naui needs her to be.
Okay. Fantastic. So, Jacaranda, you are able to cast your word of recall, however that looks for the first time.
How
Um,
long does it take? Because make sure it's not like an 8-hour spell because
It's one action.
I don't want to do it from here. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
word of recall is fast.
It's yeah, because
Okay.
it's like supposed to be like we're
It's your
out.
oh shit button. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Your Alt F4.
Mm.
it's verbal, so I would have to come out of my form. But I'll just hold on to this bad boy.
I mean, you wild shaped with it. It's yours now.
yeah, as long as I'm holding it, it's in my possession. I want
Wait.
like
We're
Huh?
going to say, Parla, we're going on a trip. You have to be willing to come with us.
Our favorite rocket
Or
ship.
Naui will stay here and kill you.
what? Let's
If she
not.
does not come with
That's
us, slit her
super
throat.
willing.
That is not going to be willing. That's going to be against
That's
that's
their
coercion.
will.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is it
That's
technically
the
willing if it's under
opposite.
duress?
I would appreciate if you would come with us. Thank you. And my gosh, I'm going to druidcraft a little bouquet and slip it in the she's still tied up. So in the little hand thing, here you go. And then I want Jack to like when I'll close my eyes, and then when I open them, they'll be glowing like a green amber like swirl. And then I'll say hopscotch, and then
Just
and-
say Blue Skidoo, we can too. Just say
no, it
Blue
has to
Skidoo,
be
we can too.
hopscotch. It's the corpse bride, and we'll go home.
Fantastic. So with the majority of the group blinking away, yourselves,
One gives Naui one last
On-
kiss. One kiss. See you soon.
yes, of course, we need to make space for gay. Yes, your entire party and Torn and Parla find yourselves ported probably a little bit outside of Stonehaven, considering that you are carrying a big ass skeleton.
Well, and considering the guards last time were like
Warn us.
You teleport there safely. As Nawe, you begin the long but relatively easy trek of grabbing the mounts and herding them all back to Stonehaven. Indeed, when we pick up next time, a few days will have passed. In the meantime, I'll definitely give everyone a chance to ask Parla questions and Torn questions and get that kind of interaction out of the way. And once Nawi is in detection range, you would be able to then join in some of the conversations as well. But yeah, for now, that's where we'll go ahead and wrap up today's session. A little bit of puzzles, a little bit of planning, mostly just tying up a few loose ends here. But a good time nonetheless. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and quickly go around the horn, give people a chance to plug what they want to plug, all of that good stuff before we leave you for the night. So, going to start with Akemi.
Hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Akemi. I played your hot boy magical girl warlock, Hiroki. You can find me wherever it exists on the internet at Ninja Penguin AM. I make games, play games, do stuff.
Rochelle.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Dragon Gem here on Twitch, the Dragon Gem on Twitter. On my own channel, I stream on Sundays. I play a bunch of puzzle games, but right now I'm actually playing through the Dead Space remake because I never played the first one, and it's pretty fun. So you should come by, hang out. All proceeds from my channel are donated to local animal shelters in my area, so come by and spend some bits or sub, or you can donate to them directly. Yeah, that's it.
Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I played Dawan, our very fast cleric rogue. You can find me at Jahoos the Moose on the interwebs, where I do art things and I post about art things sometimes. And if you really want to see my art things, you can go to my Behance, which is behance.net/Jesse Wyrick. Yeah.
Alice.
I am Alice, also known as So Much Geek, SEW Much Geek. I do a lot of random things, and I usually will post about them on Twitter when I do the things. So follow there if you want to know.
And Austin.
Hey everybody, my name is Austin and the pronouns are he, they, she. You can find me over on Twitter, TikTok, Hive, and I think that's it. As Sailor Scott Austin, that's Sailor SCT Austin. I'm an award-winning game designer, performer, writer, and friend. That's, if you know where I'm at, that's really it. The biggest thing to say right now is catch me back here Friday. Same bat channel, 1 hour earlier bat time, playing a Monster of the Week Siren Song game. All black Monster of the Week table. I don't have like a thing to read. I'm sure Ray has like a thing to read because this is like their channel or whatever. They're like part of the leadership here. take it away.
You think I have a thing to read? That's very sweet of you. As always, follow all these wonderful people, support them in all that they do. Firstly, a bit about me. Hi, I'm Red Mage Ray. You can find me with that name on Twitter and Hive also, when I remember to post there. I'm a professional GM and content creator in the TTRPG sphere. I do a lot of bits here, there, and everywhere. You can find me here doing this every Monday with these wonderful people. I'm starting out a Lancer campaign. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Which is going to be on Saturdays starting late February. I want to say the 28th, but I don't know whether that's actually correct. Which is going to be fun. 5-session-ish. Romp in Lotso, where it's going to be absolutely happy and fantastic, and nothing bad is ever going to happen ever. Absolutely not. And that's kind of all I can really talk about. So yeah. Stepping into Friends for Real Dice territory, we only have the 2 shows going on at the moment, but you should not miss them regardless. Obviously, the Might of the Martyr here, and the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Siren Song, which will be happening, well, as Austin just said, the cast is fantastic. Evil Hat have been lovely in order to get the sponsored actual play out, get people paid, and show some fantastic support for some independent creators and independent, skilled and talented folks in the space. So yeah, go ahead and tune in there. And go ahead and catch up on YouTube as well. Episode 1 and episode 2 should be on the Friends Who Roll Dice YouTube channel, as well as a whole bunch of backlog for both Mind and the Martyr, and a bunch of our charity streams and other shows as well. So yeah, go ahead and check those out. That's it from us. So we're going to go ahead and spread the love that you've given us, send it elsewhere. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay hydrated, stay medicated, wear a bloody mask, all of that good stuff. Take care of yourselves, and we'll go ahead and see you next week. Take care now. Keep moving forward. Bye.